What's going on, guys? This one's a little different. It's not trading, but I don't want to make this channel just trading. It's called Life with Czar. So I'm taking you guys through my life. I just wanted to talk about my week, how it was for me trading mentally, physically, kind of again, this is my digital journal. But tomorrow I'll be recording a trading video, so I just wanted to talk over some Brawlhalla because I just don't want to, bore you guys with just talking. So yeah, we're gonna play some ranked. I'm cold, I'm washed, but I've been itching to play some Brawlhalla, record. I've always wanted to record some Brawlhalla. But Monday, oh, my screen went black. Hopefully I'm still recording. Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
But yeah, Monday it felt off. I didn't, I woke up pretty late. It wasn't really in routine, but I think I've had a bad week. And I'm so bad at multitasking, I can't lie. But I think my week started really on Tuesday night to be exact. And I didn't pray, and usually I do, and I do my hip mobility because I went to physio the other day or last week, and I found out my hips were unaligned, and one of my hips were higher than the other, so I've been doing that. And but yeah, I didn't end up doing my hip mobility. I didn't pray, I didn't sleep right. So everything just led to another, and I ended up straining my shoulder or my trap. So I left work after 3 hours. I started at 9. I was an hour late, and I had to leave early because I couldn't even work properly, And started feeling better a little bit on Thursday, the next day. And I was like, you know what, like, regardless, I still called off for my Friday shift, which is my birthday on Friday, and I was still gonna end up working, but I didn't end up working because I'm turning 20. So also I wanted to record this because I was journaling earlier and it was too much to write, so I'd just rather talk about it. And yeah, so yeah, my birthday came, my mom came, she did my laundry because I've been doing laundry for my whole life, my own laundry. And yeah, it just felt so underwhelming, you know, I turned 20, and what felt so underwhelming was that I didn't even get a cake. I didn't even blow a cake. You know, my 20 years of life, I've always blown a cake, but this year I didn't get one, you know, so it didn't really feel like a birthday. It kind of just felt like a day off. And one of my homies called me. He's like, "Yo, happy birthday, da 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 da. You trying to do something?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down. If I'm not doing anything later tonight, just gonna go for drinks, whatever." And you know, I felt appreciated that, you know, my homie called me, and I'm like, okay, you know, usually there's three of us, my other homie that we hang out with, or we used to hang out with, because we used to hang out a lot in high school, and it was always just three of us, just doing delinquent stuff, being delinquents, you know. And yeah, so we're like, "Oh, let's call our other homie, see what he's up to." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll give him a call." Call him. I'm like, "Yo, what are you doing?" He's like, "Yo, I'm going out right now. I'm not even home. I'm going to my other homie's my my homie's birthday." I'm like, "Yo, do you know what day it is?" He's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Yo, I'm 20, bro." He's like, "Yo, it's your birthday?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro." You know, it kind of hurt. I don't want to get too much into detail, because, you know, I don't want to bash anyone online, but it's just the way I felt, because I've known this guy for so long, and basically all of high school, and it kind of just hurt because he forgot, you know, and he was already on the way to our next birthday. You know, mind you, I haven't seen this guy in like months. Like, I rarely see this guy. I rarely talk to this guy. But every time I talk to him, like, or every time I try to talk to him, you know, like, I don't hold a grudge against him. I don't hold anything against him. To where, you know, he's busy. The guy's busy. So I don't blame him. But it kind of hurts, you know. Also, I'm looking at this screen because I'm playing Brawlhalla on. But yeah. Luckily, I was with my girlfriend, my family. Still had a pretty good day. It was just really underwhelming for me. Oh my god, are my frames dropping? Oh. But yeah, the next day, Saturday, ended up going to a Toronto Premium outlet. You know, bought some stuff for my vacation next month. And I'm excited about that. Didn't really spend too much. I just wanted to spend on stuff that I needed for vacation. Just like a few clothes, whatever. Then I work Friday, Sundays at my part-time. And I low-key hate it, because, you know, I want to take time for church. So I call off again. This is today, or yesterday, because it's 12 a.m. I'm recording this. So I called in my Sunday shift. You know, I let my boss know Saturday night. that I won't be coming in just because of I still have my shoulder injury too. So luckily he understood, and so that was a benefit. So I'm like, okay, let me go to church. I go to this church that my girlfriend's been going to, and when I first walk in, I could already feel that the atmosphere of how good it felt. It was different from any other church I've been to. Sorry. Usually it's like slow, because I grew up Catholic. I'm still Catholic, but I've grown up in Catholic churches, and it's slow, like old people, not to like this or anything, but like this one is more of my vibe. It was a black church. The majority of the people there are black, and I enjoyed it because of the live band, the live choir, and the lesson that was the pastor preached was about it was Exodus. It was the book of Exodus. So I'm not like, I'm trying to be
Player 2 wins.
a faithful person. I've always wanted a closer relationship with God. How long have I been? Oh, it's only been 12 minutes. But I've always stumbled back somehow, like, and yeah, but today just felt different. Something I really needed. It brought me closer to God, like
3, 2,
what the pastor was saying about. I wish I took notes. I wasn't prepared because it was my first day at that church, but hopefully I can keep going back. I'm gonna try and fix my schedule. Hold on, I'm kind of getting boxed right now. Yeah, I'm gonna try and fix my schedule so I can go to church. Is this wait, buddy, relax. I'm trying to fix my OBS. Hopefully, yeah, I'm trying to fix my schedule at work because usually I work Sunday from 3 to 11, and it's pretty far. Like, I work downtown Toronto, and driving to the church is like 25 minutes or it's like 45 minutes if there's no traffic. And service is at 1 to like 2 or 2:30, right? So there's no way that I'm making it in time for my shift right after church. I can, but that's pushing it, especially with Toronto traffic. But yeah, it was such a good experience for me. because I really needed to, I really wanted to get closer to God, and I already feel closer to God after today's service. Actually, I'm trying to think back about what the lesson was about today, but essentially it was about the story of Moses and his birth, and how his mother had to give up him to how do I say it? Basically the story of Moses and how his mother had to give him up and put him on the Nile River, whatever, and let God, and just trust in God. And I've just been having trouble trusting God with mainly just life stuff in general, but a lot with trading. This guy's 6 man, are we serious? Hold on, let me lock in. Alright, bro. Alright, bro. No way that cancels my... Okay. Anyways. Yeah, with trading and life in general, I've just felt like I need to trust God, and I don't want to control, I don't want to force anything and overwhelm myself with trying to take control of my life, you know. And that's something I really struggled with, and I'm still struggling with. Like, I'm not gonna say that I figured it out after one day at church, you know, because I'm still gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna continue figuring it out each and every day until I believe, or until God gives me a sign, or, you know, something good happens. I'm not saying that because nothing good has happened. There's a bunch of good that's happened, you know. There's a bunch of good that's happened to me, but it's just, I don't know, I can't multitask. I'm so sorry. I suck at multitasking, and my girlfriend tells me this every day. I can't talk and I can't play at the same time, or I can't do two things at once if I'm trying to tell a story. But going back to the lesson, it was, this is terrible. I liked the lesson too. I should have taken notes. I know what I want to say, it's just I can't put it to words. But I felt accepted. I think that's what I want to say. I felt accepted. Because during the service, the preacher or the pastor said something that really resonated with me, and that I could relate to heavily in terms of how my life is right now. And we bowed our heads, and they started singing. At that point, I started bawling. I don't know why. I don't know what came over me. I think it was just whatever the pastor was preaching. It was like he was speaking to me, or God was speaking to me. And I've never cried in church before, which is crazy. But I just started bawling, and every word meant something to me that the pastor was saying, and it was like a personal message. This is the first time I've been to church in months or years. And one day I call off on a Sunday. I rarely call off. The one day I call off, the message felt so powerful, like it was just meant for me. And I don't want to sound like that guy, but that's how I felt. And you know, he sold. Oh, I sold. Oh, there you go. No ways he lives. Okay, misinput. But yeah, it's definitely opened my eyes to a new meaning of faith. And the people there, I don't know if they're staff, if they're just regular people that go to that church, but they were so welcoming. Like, a lot of people introduced themselves to me, and I didn't feel like shy, or I kind of did feel shy, but it was nice for people to see me at such a vulnerable state and not judge me. You know, I guess it's a church, but I've never had that feeling before of just acceptance. I hate crying in public, but if it happens, it happens. And you know, I met this guy, I think he's staff, and he prayed for me, he talked to me what I was going through, and he asked me, at first he asked me, I saw you raise your hand up when we were preaching that you wanted to give your life to Jesus Christ and God. I'm like, yeah, I didn't understand, like, I'm new here. And he's like, oh, it's okay, you know, there's nothing to be ashamed of, and just come, we'll sit down and talk. And then we talk, and he's like, yo, let me take down your number and keep in touch, because I know that going through something is harder alone than being with people. You know, having the right people around you means a lot. And I'm excited for this journey, just because I've always wanted to get closer with God. Oh, I killed myself. And yeah, I'm just really excited, and I've always I've always felt like that I need to change something about me. And maybe it's just I have to trust in God. Yeah, but I was gonna journal all of this to myself, but basically this is to myself. I don't have fucking subscribers like that, but no, call my ass. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is going on, starting from today, and not just, it's not going to be like a 2 week. I want this to be my life. I want to give my life to God. No matter what it is, I'm going to trust in God. And so I think that's enough of my rant. But yeah, like I don't want to I don't want this to be too long. It's gonna be pretty boring. I do want to make short form content or shorter videos, because I know how this generation is with their attention span. But whoever watches my videos through and through, I do appreciate you. Oh no. But yeah, I do appreciate whoever does watch my videos from start to finish. And yeah, let me finish this game and then end it, because I'm not losing to this shitter. Oh, I lost. Oh, I'm alive. Oh my god. Alright, easy guys. I'll see you in a few hours with the Monday trading session.